Let me ask you something. Have you ever opened your Shopify dashboard, looked at your abandoned checkouts and thought, how are there this many people who almost bought, but didn't? It's painful, right? They added the product, they filled out their info. Some of them even made it to the shipping page. And then, gone, no sale. Here's the good news though. Abandoned carts are not failures. They're actually opportunities. Because those people were interested. They didn't bounce immediately. They didn't scroll for 2 seconds and leave. They were close. And in e-commerce, close is valuable. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how to set up Shopify's abandoned cart recovery the right way. Not just turning it on, but customizing it properly, timing it correctly, writing emails that don't sound robotic, layering in SMS, and actually optimizing it for revenue. So by the end of this, you'll have a recovery system running in the background 24/7, bringing back sales you would have otherwise lost. So let's jump in. First, why do people abandon their cart? Before we touch settings or do anything like that, let's just zoom out for a second. Because if you don't understand why people abandon in the first place, your recovery messages won't work. Most store owners assume they didn't want it, and that's usually not true. The most common reasons are way more boring than that. They probably got distracted. They were shopping during work. Their kid started crying, or they got a phone call. They switched apps and forgot. It happens constantly. Sometimes they weren't ready to commit yet. Maybe they wanted to compare prices. Maybe they needed to check their bank balance. Maybe they were waiting for payday. Sometimes shipping surprised them. They saw the product price, felt good, got to checkout, saw shipping and taxes, paused. Sometimes they just needed reassurance. Is the store legit? What if I don't like it? Are returns easy? Very rarely is it, I hate this product now. And that's important. Because your recovery email isn't convincing someone who said no. It's reminding someone who said maybe. And that's a much easier sale. Where to find Shopify's abandoned cart automation. All right, let's get into the setup. First things first, if you don't already have a Shopify account, you can click the link down below in the description to get started. You get a free 3-day trial. After that, your first 3 months are only $1 each month. Pretty great deal. So go ahead and click the link down in the description to get started with Shopify so you can follow along with the rest of this video. Now, Shopify recently moved things around, so if you're following an older tutorial, you might get confused. So here's the exact path now. From your Shopify dashboard, click Marketing on the left sidebar. Then click Automations at the top. Inside Automations, you'll either see a pre-built workflow called Abandoned Checkout or Recover Abandoned Checkouts. If you don't see it, no problem. Just click Create Automation and then choose Abandoned Checkout from the templates. Every Shopify store has access to this built-in workflow. And this is important. This is not some third-party app. This is native Shopify automation, which means it's reliable. It integrates perfectly, and it doesn't slow your store down. So to get there from the Shopify dashboard, we'll come here, click on Marketing, Automations, and here you can see right here, Recover Abandoned Checkout. We can go ahead and click that right now and click on Review Email. Understanding the automation, so you're not just clicking buttons. Now, when you open it, you'll see Shopify's visual workflow builder. It looks kind of like a flow chart. Here's the logic behind it. Trigger. Checkout started, but not completed. Then wait a set amount of time. Then send email to customer. That's it. Someone starts checkout, they didn't finish, Shopify waits, then sends your recovery message automatically. The default wait time is usually around 10 hours, and this is where strategy comes in. So let's go ahead and click in here. We'll go ahead and we've got the Shopify messaging, so we need to actually install that app to use this. So we can go ahead and click on that right now. Click install, click open, and now we can go ahead and use this. So we'll come back here, we'll go to Marketing, Automations, Review Email, and there we go. So we'll go ahead, we can click on that open again, and we'll go ahead, we can click on templates here real quick. Click Create Template. Okay, so with that installed, we'll come to Automations. We can click on View Templates, and we can come right here to Recover Abandoned Checkout or Recover Abandoned Cart. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll click on Recover Abandoned Cart, which you turn on Automations, and there we go. So here we go, we can click on this View Automation now. Now, one thing to note, again, you cannot, create these automations on the trial. So you do need to upgrade your account. So go ahead and click on Edit, click Continue, click Install for Shopify Flow, and here we go. So this is what the actual automation looks like. So we've got customer abandons checkout, true or false. If true, then if the total price is more than $0, it'll wait 10 hours, and then a condition has to be met. So customer hasn't placed an order or abandoned another checkout since starting this workflow. And then it'll, if that's true, it'll come here, one or more product in checkout are available and in stock. Then it will send this marketing email that we have over here on the left-hand side. So to edit that email, we can click on Edit Email right here. And this is where you can go ahead and make any changes to the email itself. Now, what's the best timing? There isn't a perfect answer for this one, but here's how I like to think about it. If you send the email too soon, like 30 minutes later, it can feel weirdly aggressive. But if you wait too long, like 48 hours, they may not even remember your product. For most stores, 6 to 10 hours works really well. It feels natural, like, hey, just checking in, not, why did you leave? A little different energy there. You can adjust this by clicking the small wait block between the trigger and the email. Set it to 1 hour, 6 hours, 10 hours, 24 hours. Test it out. Don't just guess. But if you need a starting point, say 6 to 10 hours is a strong choice. And once you're done editing timing, make sure that the automation toggle at the top right is on. I've seen people build the entire workflow and then forget to turn it on. Now for the important part, the email itself. So this is where most people mess up. They leave the default template. And the default template sounds like it was written by a robot. Your recovery email should sound like you, not corporate, not stiff, not overly salesy. So let's break it down. Subject line. This determines everything. If they don't open it, nothing else matters. So keep it short, keep it human, keep it curious. Examples at work are, did something catch your eye? Or you left something behind with the eyes emoji. Still thinking it over? Your cart's saved. Don't write something like, complete your purchase immediately to avoid cancellation. Sounds like a bank threatening someone. We want soft reminders. Body copy. Think conversational. Instead of, you have abandoned your checkout process. Try, hey, first name. Looks like you were checking out a few items, but didn't quite finish your order. No worries, we saved everything for you. See the difference? Friendly, low pressure, helpful. Then reinforce the benefit. Remind them why the product is good. Not a full sales page again, just a light little nudge. For example, our travel backpack fits perfectly under airplane seats and includes built-in USB charging. Perfect for your next trip. Bring them back to the value. The button. This matters more than you think. One clear button, not 3, not 5 links. 1, return to my cart or complete my order, and make it visually obvious. High contrast, large, centered. Shopify automatically links it back to their saved checkout session, which is beautiful. No friction involved. So should you offer a discount? This is where people get emotional. Some store owners throw 15% off at every abandoned cart, but be careful. If customers learn that abandoning triggers discounts, they'll abandon on purpose. So here's my rule of thumb. Start with a discount. See what recovery rate you get. If you're selling lower priced items, then often no discount is needed. Higher priced items, maybe set a small incentive and test it out. Instead of 15%, maybe try free shipping or 5% off, but keep it small. And if you use a code, create urgency, like valid for 24 hours, but don't fake urgency. Customers can smell fake urgency from a mile away. Layering SMS, optional, but powerful. If you're collecting phone numbers with proper consent, SMS can work incredibly well. Short, friendly, to the point. Example, hey, Sarah, you left something awesome in your cart at insert store name. Complete your purchase with the link here. That's it. No paragraph, no essay, no overthinking. And don't send multiple SMS reminders. One is enough. Email can do the heavy lifting. Want to get more advanced? Once you're comfortable with Shopify's built-in automation, you can expand. Shopify integrates with tools like Klaviyo, Omnisend, MailChimp, Shopify Email, and with those, you can build multi-step sequences. So, for example, 1 hour after abandonment reminder, 24 hours later, testimonial plus social proof, 48 hours later, give them a small incentive. That sequence often outperforms a single email. You can also segment by cart value. So, someone who abandons a $40 order, standard reminder. Someone who abandons a $600 order, maybe a personal follow-up from support. That personal touch closes big carts surprisingly often. How to know if it's working? Now, once your automation is live, don't ignore it. Go back to marketing, automations, click into your abandoned workflow. You can see metrics like open rate, click-through rate, and recovered revenue is the number that matters most. If your open rate is low, tweak subject lines. If your click rate is low, rewire your body and button. If recovery is strong but profits feel thin, remove discounts. Optimization is small tweaks over time, not massive changes every day. Mistakes to avoid: waiting too long to send the first email, over discounting, sending too many reminders, leaving default robotic copy, never checking performance. And one big one, not using product images. If possible, show them the exact product they left. Visual memory is powerful. So here's what I want you to understand. Abandoned carts are not a problem. They're built in. Every store has them. The difference between amateur stores and optimized stores is simple. Optimized stores recover them. If you set this up properly, you're essentially printing extra revenue without running more ads. Same traffic, more sales. That's leverage. So quick recap, go to marketing, automations, abandoned checkout, turn it on, adjust the timing to 6 to 10 hours, rewrite the email so it sounds human, use one strong call to action, test discounts carefully, track recovered revenue, optimize over time. That's it. Simple. So if you want to get started with Shopify or Omnisend or Klaviyo or any other products that we mentioned today, you'll find links for them down in the description below. Now, some of these are affiliate links, which means we do earn a small commission when you use them, no extra cost to you. This really helps support the channel and allows us to continue creating free, simple, step-by-step Shopify tutorials like this one. So if you use it, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on Shopify Mastery, we focus on building, optimizing, and scaling Shopify stores the right way, from beginner setups to advanced automations and real revenue strategies. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you here in the next one.